Hi everyone, Dothany Ray, Thany, Methany, Fan, Fa, Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this 21 Savage album, American Dream. This is a brand new LP from Atlanta rapper 21 Savage, which also serves as the soundtrack for a new dramatization of his life starring Donald Glover. However, this review is going to focus on the musical component here. This is his third solo studio record, which follows not just his 2018 album, I'm Greater Than I Was, where Savage showed some serious growth in terms of lyricism and versatility, keeping to his low-key, trademark, understated delivery and showing us how far he could go with it on some solid songs, introspective cuts, some impressive feature picks as well. So yeah, he did that, but also he's been keeping super busy since the release of that record, dropping the sequel to Savage Mode with Metro Boomin Savage Mode 2, and of course that massive crossover record with Drake, Her Loss. Career-wise, American Dream sees 21 Savage riding higher than he ever has before, so does this new peak in his career manifest in a bigger and better album? The answer to that being, American Dream is not a major drop in quality or anything like that. I think the days of Issa, where 21 had a few hits under his belt and was semi a novelty, are long gone. But while I wouldn't say we've regressed here, we've most definitely plateaued. Because on many of these tracks, we hear a familiar formula, the same delivery, same flows, and like with Savage Mode, as well as I think 21 tries to hit us with a variety of vibes, instrumentals, and features to kind of make up for the lack of lyrical and vocal versatility that he has within himself. The shortcomings feel mostly the same, as well as the songwriting can be kind of hit or miss, and some of the bars don't come across as cold-blooded as the vibe that 21 is putting out, and as a result sort of take me out of the moment. The first leg of the record is pretty solid though, and sees 21 playing to his strengths. Once more, we have those steady, understated flows with this near spoken word delivery, where the relaxed demeanor of 21 Savage's tone is juxtaposed against this very violent and deadly imagery. Case in point, the track All of Me, which features this laid-back southern beat with a thick, groovy bass line, some eerie, gorgeous soul vocal chops, and all these cinematic touches of keys and strings too. Definitely one of the most pristine sounding 21 Savage tracks ever, and he doesn't lose his edge in the process of chasing after the smoother aesthetics too. A lot of this murderous energy is reinforced once again on the following track, REDRUM, where many of the same elements are at play once again, but with more overtly violent imagery, and a few cheeky one-liners here and there as well, like take my chopper everywhere, that's bae. After this, things get super woozy and seductive on the track Never Have I Ever featuring Doja Cat, which has a lot of Doja Cat on it, and I think it's the better for it. I think her breathy and strange ad-libs on the track add a lot to the overall atmosphere, and when she actually comes through with her verse on the song, her chosen ad-lib is ad-lib. After this in the track list though, things begin to drop off a bit. Sneaky sees 21 Savage very much painting by the numbers, checking all the basic boxes of the usual 21 Savage vibe and not giving us anything else in terms of a standout beat, chorus, nothing. Then Pop Your Shit, which might be my least favorite track on the record, has this dreadfully dull instrumental. Tempo and pacing stinks, vocal mix stinks, a lot of the bars read like filler, and the hook on top of it is absolutely lifeless and is topped off with lines like, what you smoking, Uncle Snoop, it smell like gas, I think somebody pooped. Yeah, don't smoke around 21 Savage unless you want to hear him say, hey, did somebody poo-poo doo-doo poopy duty? Then the final line of the Young Thug feature on the track just kind of reads like product placement. What is this? Thankfully, Letter to My Brudda is a step up in terms of passion and personal lyricism, and we get more standout features on the record from here as well, from Lil Durk and Travis Scott, who both appear on this record sans auto-tune, and I think Travis really came through knowing that the effects were not going to be there to make him sound good. So he brought a great flow with some standout bars, especially this one funny Nina Simone nod. Meanwhile, See the Real feels kind of like a Her Loss leftover, in that there were a handful of songs on that record that kind of felt like 21 doing his best Drake impression, from the instrumental to the auto-tune. This is kind of the same. And yeah, it's a very weak moment on this project. From here, we have a few attempts at slow jams, which have never really been 21's strong suit. He just doesn't have a history of writing super sexy bars, and even when he does have something cute to say, like how he wants to cuddle for weeks, it just doesn't have a warmth to it. Even the way the lyrics and chorus on Should Have Worn a Bonnet reads, it's like he doesn't really know fully what he wants from this person. The best of this lovey-dovey set of tracks has to be the Burner Boy cut, whose feature is one of the greatest on the entire LP, and I just feel like 21 Savage's flow and flirty bars work really well over this particular tempo and groove. To close up shop, we have tracks such as Red Sky, which I think has a very overly dramatic, super commercial vocal feature on it that I don't think melds with 21's style. I feel kind of the same way about the closer of the record. It's like we tried to have two credits roll moments on the album, and 21 didn't know which one to pick. I think he should have gone with the Mariah the Scientist track, especially since the lyrics on this cut are a lot more personal, a lot more moving, even if the aesthetics of the track overall are just a little too sanitary. But yeah, overall American Dream, I think it's just okay. If you're comparing directly to recent solo or semi-solo releases like Savage Mode and like I Am Greater Than I Was, I think it's a step down, but not a big step down. I just think 21 Savage, while he does deliver some bangers on this record, he also kind of paints himself into a corner a little bit and continues to allow his shortcomings as a vocalist and as a lyricist to hang him out to dry when it comes to tracks where he's a little outside of his element, which is why I'm feeling a light to decent 6 on this album. Transition, have you given this record a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or a link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, 21 Savage, forever.